I imagine that, when you've got one of the machines that are using, like, say, 1,000 bar, like, do they go through, like, that's a lot of pressure. Do they go through parts often? Do they need servicing a lot? Or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have a big team now. So obviously we started in Teesside 2004.
Yeah.
With myself and one engineer. We're up to 16 people now. So it's
a big team.
Yeah, it's a privilege to work with them.
Yeah.
It's a great team. Lots of knowledge throughout the team as well.
Yeah.
We've got 2 of them retiring this year, which is going to be almost impossible to fill.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Is that an experience thing because they've been involved in the industry for so long?
Yeah.
That's something actually we want to talk about. It's a good place to actually talk about with the team. Is there's a lot of people that we talk to in Teesside. Obviously, it's a very industrial town where there used to be, same as yourself, apprenticeships and people going through that kind of thing. As people they went through a period where they started to shy away from apprenticeships. When it comes to recruitment and replacing people, do you have a pool of talent that you can choose from, or is it something that's
no? We have none.
All right, okay.
None. It's all the good ones.
Yeah.
There is quite a few good ones who are already working for big commercial companies.
Yeah.
So trying to get them away from them companies is really difficult.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So we have a program now. We have like I say, we have 16 people. Out of that, we have 12 engineers now. Out of them 12, there's 4 of them that were apprentices.
Oh, okay.
So we recruit from NETA or Middlesbrough College.
Yeah.
Do the interviews, bring them in, and try and bring them up through the ranks.
Yeah.
And like I say, 9 times out of 10, because we put so much energy and money into them, we take them on. And like I say, there's 4 of them now, and all of them are assets to the company.
Well, that's fantastic. You know, a lot of people talk about like apprenticeships and things like that, and there is a big drive on Teesside. But unfortunately, sometimes they're employed as, low-paid labour or just
of course,
T-boys or girls and, stuff like that. But it's great that it's showing there that if you actually do invest in them.
Absolutely, Trying to get, I mean, we've taken on 3 new engineers in the last 6 months, just because of workload and new contracts we've picked up in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
We've taken 2 lads on, one lad from the Army and one lad from the Navy, who have come in, who've obviously been schooled.
And they've got that work ethic as well.
Absolutely, they're really good, but we still have to train them on doing high pressure water jetting equipment.
Of course.
It's like you said there about the usable parts in a water jet machine. If they go to site, they can fix the engine and all the bits and pieces, but actually knowing what they need to fix, if they say it's only doing 600 bar, not 1,000 bar. If they don't know, then they don't know.
Yeah.
And you have to, there's certain ways to go through the system to find out what it is. 9 times out of 10, it's the nozzle.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good your machine is. If the nozzle's no good on the end, then it won't work. End of. So that's normally the main thing. Water quality, things like that. So there's a lot, people just think it squirts a bit of water. But it's a lot more technical than that.
So when it comes to water quality, like, I just assume there that you'd be able to connect it to a water source, not necessarily a tap, but is it specific things that you need to be able to do, operate the machines, or is like areas with hard water, for example, is that more perishable on the machines?
Of course, of course. I mean, Hartlepool is terrible for it. Soft water in Hartlepool is, we have to put additives into the water to stop it damaging the inside of the pumps.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, if you've got hard water, it takes the nozzle away a lot quicker than if you had normal water.
Okay.
So we have systems on the machines that detect the water and put different additives into the machines, especially the new Euro 4 final ones. They've got that many sensors on and things like that.
That's phenomenal.
We're getting a lot more technical. I get text messages all the time. If we have a system on nearly all the new machines. So if we have a problem, I'll get a text message and it'll tell me. Number 3 plunger's starting to get a little bit warm. You need to send an engineer.
Also, you can be like ahead of the curve.
Like proactive and to stop, because these things, if they're on site on a shutdown, I mean, it could be £1 million a day that
they're losing. When they can't use it.
When they can't use it, so we need to either replace it or fix it. And we pride ourselves on a good service and actually doing that no matter where it is in the country. So I always try and get it back up and running within 24 hours.
Well, that's one thing that we did talk about before you came, is that you guys are the only company in the UK to do what you do.
As a one-stop shop for high-pressure water jetting and vacuum equipment. So we do a full range of ADR tankers as well. to go along with the high pressure water jet inside, all the safety PPE, we do all that. All the parts, services, hoses, everything to do with HP, water, and vacuum. We do everything, and there's no one else in the UK that does that.
So, are you like currently covering like the whole of the UK and things like that?
Yeah, cover the whole of the UK. From Teesside. Yeah,
must provide quite a few challenges like for logistics and servicing.
It does. I mean, we used to have a depot in Southampton, but that was there mainly for the Navy. Yeah. So Portsmouth, Southampton. So we have machines that take the paint off the side of ships.
All right. Okay.
So it's surface preparation, takes it off, takes it away, then it can repaint the ships. But most of that now has gone abroad, either Holland or Singapore, or wherever it's gone. Yeah. It's gone, and the industry down there is not like what it is in Teesside. No. So our old MD left in 2010. So that's when I took over in Teesside for the UK, and so we took the decision to close Southampton and move it all to Teesside. Yeah, and obviously it's it's gone unbelievably well. And
would you say that the majority still of your trading business that you do is in Teesside, or is it like a 50-50 split?
I would think at the moment probably 70% Teesside, 30% across the UK. So there's a good band. I always say there's a band. So if you go from Teesside down to Hull, and then put like 2 lines straight across the country, that's where 90% of the work is. Okay. So Leeds, Manchester.
Just because it's the more industrial type.
Yeah, places. Correct. Yeah. There's what we have in Teesside. There's almost the same over in Liverpool, or in Runcorn, Ellesmere Port. All right. Okay. Shell Stanlow, a place like that. So there's a lot of work over there, and obviously a lot of work in Teesside as well.
So obviously one of the things that we talked about previously is that you're like an international company as well, obviously being based here. How does that help you guys, or how has it helped you like over the time of like your growth and things like that? Have like another company out there and stuff like
for the mother company, as we call it. So obviously the head office is in Rotterdam. Yeah. The amount of knowledge they've got all across Europe. So we're dealing with nearly every country in Europe. So we have sub-depots, France, Spain, Denmark. We have a little one in Germany. But now we're branching out, so we're doing things in Saudi, Singapore.
Is there a lot of trade like outside? Because obviously there is a lot of people who you see it from here. I think I saw something today that Cleveland Cable had something or starting something up over there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So do you? Is it a case of there's a lot of trade industry going from Teesside over to Saudi? So can you see like going that way?
It's strange. I was in Holland last week. And I was on the flight coming back from Holland back to Teesside. Yeah. And it must have been 6% full of people coming back from Saudi.
Really?
All like workers who've been out there. Yeah. I was sat next to a school teacher.
All right.
So from Darlington. Yeah. And she's been out there for 10 years.
God.
Teaching English.
Well, I suppose there is a lot of money out there as well, isn't there?
I would think so. Yeah, absolutely. It's not for everybody. No. I mean, there was a chap across the other aisle, and he'd been out there for 2 years. Yeah. Really happy with the money and everything, but he's away for 6 months of the year.
Yeah, certainly like if you've got a young family and things like that. Absolutely,
yeah. Like I say, I had the chance 18 years ago. I could have went out there, but I had a little one who was only 2 at the time. Yeah. Another one on the way, so it wasn't for me.
My dad made a similar decision when ICI like shut down and things like that. Yeah, again, a lot of lads went over there and things like that. Yeah. So obviously you've grown phenomenally from 2 people up to 16. Yeah. 16 people. What kind of there's a lot of people who will be listening who want to have that kind of growth. What kind of challenges did you face doing it? If I had a magic wand and we could do it all again, would you do anything differently, or it was a case of
I think when we started we had a 20-foot container on Dawson's Wharf. Yeah. So I knew Gary at the time, Gary Dawson. Yeah. So he gives a little office space up in the offices, and a 20-foot container. Yeah. And our first big job really was for Dawson's. Yeah. Doing some hydro demolition on the quayside. Yeah. So and it sort of like went from there. If I'd do anything different, I would have looked bigger than what we did. So we've moved 5 times now in 10 years. Yeah. Each time to somewhere slightly bigger. Every time we go around, we all think, it's massive, this one. we're never ever going to fill it.
Yep.
So we're over in Billingham now. Moved in there 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're just looking to move again.
Is it a
and
case?
That's 25,000 square feet.
God, that's insane.
You know what I mean? And we've outgrown it again.
And is that mostly warehouse space and things like you need for storage?
Yeah.
How do you go about calculating when you go to move and things? Do you know?
It's difficult because we keep picking up nationwide contracts for the big players in the industry.
Yeah.
Who keep bringing machines in for us to service. So it's a lot of outside service work.
Yeah.
But if you think we get 10 or 20 articulated lorries in,
by
the time we get 10 of them in the yard, and then all our kit as well,
it's full pretty quickly.
We're full,
isn't it?
yeah. So it's a challenge.
Yeah.
But I think if I had to do something differently, that's what I would do. I would have took somewhere bigger.
Yeah.
Hindsight's a
wonderful thing.
A wonderful
isn't it?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's always a gamble.
Yeah.
But I think this time, with a bit more experience, but we're looking for somewhere probably twice as big as what we've got now.
Do you think you'd be able to find somewhere in the local area?
It's difficult.
Yeah, because obviously there's something that size. There's not that much. Like you see, a lot of companies now actually starting to just build stuff around about that size.
Yeah. I mean, that's one option we've got. I mean, if you look at the Rotterdam office, it's 10 times as big as what we are.
God.
So it's a massive area.
Yeah.
Trying to find somewhere like that in Teesside, that it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because we can build on it and move things about. But trying to find somewhere in a good area where all the customers are is really difficult. We're on Cowper now, and we've got 3 or 4 of our biggest customers on there.
Yeah.
So that the 5 minutes away, they're popping for a coffee.
Yeah.
And moving out of that area will be difficult.
Yeah. Well, it's even just like logistically, if they're 5 minutes away, like even from that stuff of saving petrol and time and all the things that cost money.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of them walk around, and if they've got clients who want to see some of the machinery, they bring them in. We show them round and things like that. But if we're over on, for example, Wynyard or something like that, that might not happen. Yeah. So we need to be where we are to service the customers properly.
Absolutely. So you mentioned obviously your clients there. I obviously work with some of the very big players in Teesside and over the local area and things like that. How important it is in your industry for you personally to have come from it? And like, is it a case of, you've built relationships over that many years, or is it a competitive, like on price and things like that in your industry? Is it like, are people just shopping around, or is it important that they have something?
It's a lot about building a relationship. Like I say, I've been doing it 32 years now. I've known most of them. I almost class as the next generation. Yeah. So all the ones who were looking after us when we were apprentices are almost ready to retire. Yeah. So, and we're like the next generation, and all the people who were either in the crews, so when you're using the water jet machine, stuff like that, they've either moved up to management, or the engineers have moved up as well. So it's almost the same people. It's
just moved up the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, the water jet, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, the water jet industry it's like a goldfish bowl. Yeah. Once you're in, it's really difficult to get back out. Yeah. It's like you go round and round. We have people who come in now who are like the actual operatives, and they'll come in one day with one hat on. The week after they'll come in with a different hat on, because that company's offering slightly better than what they're offering. So they move and go to another one. And they just go round and round.
Well, especially if you're not getting, like you say, the influx of people coming in, you've got to like get apprentices to train up.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go to college and learn how to do high pressure water jetting. Yeah, you can't do it. No. So, and you need a certain mentality to actually go and hold onto a gun. Yeah. That's cutting concrete for 8 hours a day. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you need to be.
God, when I think about it, there can be a risk of some horrific accidents.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. I mean, we pride ourselves for members of the Water Jetting Association, which is obviously governs the trade within the UK. With Holland as well, they have SIR, so we're members of that. WJTA, which is the American one. Yeah. So the industry now, years ago, there was lots and lots of accidents. Yeah. Normally with hoses popping out or things bursting, and
even just like you say, like if you've got hold of something that's capable of cutting concrete, or steel, like a slight slip and you can have your foot off pretty easily.
It's ridiculous. I'll tell you a good story. It was years before I joined Doornbos. We had a machine on rent down. It was on the A1 doing some hydro demolition. So I was the on-call engineer, and I get a phone call at 3 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. So it was down in Doncaster. So I jumped in my van, off I went. Got there, and I stood there, and normally when you're using a high pressure water jet and you can't hold onto it that long, you've got to let go and rest your arm a little bit.
Yeah, I imagine like there's quite a,
Yeah, I mean reaction force it's a lot. Yeah. I mean that's coming down now with new legislation and things like that, but then there was none. And the gauge never moved for, I don't know, must have been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I thought he's doing really well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? To hang on to it for that long, he's either a big lad, or he's got it propped against something. So I had a little look in, and there was a little lad there. He can't have been more than 10 stone wringing wet.
Yeah, yeah.
And he stood there and he's like this. I said, so I went out, turned the machine off, and he collapsed on the floor.
God.
So I thought, are you all right? And what he'd done, he'd used a tie wrap and tie wrapped the trigger.
So he doesn't have to.
So, and then all his mates had left him.
Yeah.
Phoned me and said, look, the machine's broke down, can you go and fix it?
Yeah, yeah.
So he'd been there for 3 hours holding on this gun.
God.
So, he collapsed with exhaustion.
Yeah, yeah.
Phoned the ambulance and...
God.
You know what I mean? It's just...
And the adrenaline, I suppose, of like having to hold on to it.
He couldn't let go of it.
No.
He couldn't let go of it. If he let go of it,
well, I suppose it'd
have been off and whipping round and he'd probably got hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
So he couldn't let go of it.
God.
So he had nowhere to go.
And I suppose what do you point it at if it can cut through concrete and steel and things like that? Like, what do you point it at? It's not like you can just like jam it into a corner or just stand on it.
No.
You know.
No, he couldn't. He had the hose up through his leg. So he had the gun here.
Yeah.
So he couldn't go anywhere. So, and obviously the lads who'd phoned, they thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, but they did.
So, but I mean, there was a big health and safety risk there.
Yeah.
Health and safety got involved in it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And there was a massive fine that they got.
Oh yeah. Well, even back then there wasn't what health and safety that there is now. Like you mentioned some stuff that you kind of associated with now. How important for like if there's somebody listening who are after, a company like you guys, how important is it to be using somebody who has like all these accreditations and to be a part of it?
Yeah,
like, what does that mean as a business?
For me, it's massive. We pride ourselves on our health and safety record. So I know we're not contractors, but we still have to run all the machines up and PDI them, make sure they're all right and everything like that. We've had no incidents over the last 15 years at all,
which is phenomenal.
Which is really good.
When you think about what we just
how dangerous it is, obviously. The way the industry is going now is it's trying to go more automated. Yeah. So it takes the man away from the actual gun.
All right. Okay. So like it'd be like a robot or a drone or something.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, we have small robots now.
Oh, okay.
We have things that fasten onto the bit of kit you're going to clean.
Yeah.
So the chap can stand 10 feet away and remotely do it.
All right. Okay.
Trying to get that through the industry, there's a big push at the moment, but it costs a lot of money.
I was going to say the barrier to entry to kind of think.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially if it's £100,000 for one of the machines.
Yeah, and there's always someone, one of the contractors out there, who will go in and do it the old way, because he's half the price.
Yeah.
The end user, not the big end users, but some end users will go, well,
I'll save.
We'll do that, but then someone gets hurt, and then it costs them a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's new things on the market all the time to make it a lot safer. There's fatalities still every year across the world.
Well, yeah, like we were saying there, accidents happen at the end of the day, and it's dangerous equipment that you've got.
Of course it is, yeah. People don't realise when you think you're cutting concrete from 6 inches away, back down to the rebar, so you're going down 12 inches.
God,
it only takes one pass.
Yeah, yeah. Just one pass?
Just one pass, yeah. And it'll take it down to the rebar.
God. Well, if you think that, if you put, your hand's not the toughest thing in the world, is it?
No, it's not, no.
And I don't suppose you can get much, PPE and, safety equipment that'll protect you from it?
No.
Do you guys have to wear any, specific stuff for the industry?
Yeah. So we're agents in the UK for a company called TST, who specialise just in PPE for high-pressure water jetting equipment.
Yep.
So, again, not cheap, but it'll save your life.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it'll take one pass if you're using ultra high pressure, so 40,000 psi.
Yeah.
It'll take one pass off that.
Yeah.
So, and you'll see if you go across the second time.
Well, you're trying to cut it on.
Then you're trying to do something to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's essential that you do that. We supply that with all the machines. Because I don't know my if we send it out, if they don't use it, then
that's there.
They sign a disclaimer and say they're not going to use it and things like that. But my conscience is clear that we've sent everything in our power to keep that person safe.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely essential.
Absolutely.
So and hopefully the rest of the industry is doing that.
It's good that it's kind of started to come through that way, you know.
It is, yeah. It's taken a long time.
Yeah.
It's taken a long time. I mentioned before the reaction force.
Yeah.
So back in the day, you used to be able to hold as much as you wanted.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring it down now. I think it's 250 kilograms at the moment.
All right, okay.
Which is still...
A force coming back at you.
A force coming back at you, yeah. I think they're trying to knock it down to 150 kilograms.
So what's that in terms of like a bar machine, like 10,000?
So say you're running at 10,000 PSI, so 700 bar at 60 litres. That's about 250 kilograms coming back at you.
Which is a lot when you think like, we're like 70 odd kilograms, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, like a lot of people might not know, obviously kilograms is a metric unit. And,
that's right. But if they bring it down, it's coming down to probably... It'll still be the same pressure. It's the flow that...
Okay. So how does that work if it's the same amount? How do they limit it coming back if it's the same amount?
Because if you put less flow through it, then you haven't got the reaction force coming back.
All right, okay.
All right, so it's like more or less like your hose pipe at home. So if you put your finger across it, you've still got the same flow. If you turn it down a little bit, you haven't got as much... You'll still get the same pressure coming out of it because you put your finger over it.
Yeah.
But because you've turned the water down, it won't be as much coming because the volume's down.
Yeah, makes
so people don't realise what the difference is.
Oh no, but it's a good way to explain.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So if they bring it down, then people have to go to the automated because they won't be able to do the jobs with the low flow.
And would that be a good thing for you guys if they made it like say an industry standard to go to the non-manned stuff?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. It's on a safety. It's all about safety. Yeah. You know what I mean? You've got to keep people safe. We don't want people doing things that shouldn't be doing.
No. You can tell it's one of the things that you guys believe in if you haven't had any kind of issues for that long period of time.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, how have you found doing business in Teesside over the years? Like, do you use like local companies that you guys do business with for supplies and things like that? And how have you found it like over the years?
So we're agents for a few people in the UK. So obviously foreign companies. So one over in America, a couple in Holland. But for all the local stuff, I'll try and use everyone. Yeah. I'm a Teesside lad. I want to use everyone as much as possible from Teesside. So stationery. Yeah. All the advertising things that Lana does. Yeah. All the bits and like.
Yeah, you just need to run a business.
I want to try and keep everything as much in Teesside as I can.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in trying to keep local people in local jobs.
Yeah. So if you had a magic wand, or I had a magic wand, hopefully one day I will get this magic wand that allows me to make such changes. But would you change anything in Teesside? Would you bring more industry? Like, what's it like in the decline of like for you guys, like shipping stuff over the years and the steel industry? Has that had a big impact?
Yeah. Steel industry had. We didn't do any work directly for British Steel.
Okay.
But obviously we have a lot of contractors that worked in there.
Yeah.
So it was quite a big hit on us, really.
Yeah.
Shipping and things like that. I mean, PD Ports they've done a great job.
Oh yeah.
So we have obviously for us being in Rotterdam to move things backwards and forwards. Yeah. It's ideal. We can phone something on a Thursday afternoon, and it's in Teesside on the Friday morning.
Which is phenomenal. Like other companies just don't have that level.
No, absolutely, yeah. So it's good. There's always companies going backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
So that's really good. I think with ICI, I mean, when I was a kid, it was ICI. Yeah. It was ICI or British Steel.
Yeah.
Obviously now there's 8 or 9 different companies on ICI. Lotte, Ensis. I don't know if you heard, Ensis is stopping production at the moment.
Yeah.
So we do.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll be all right, and that'll come back up, and the ethanol price will go back up, and things like that. But people don't realise how many people it affects.
No, not at all.
The down chain is massive.
Well, that's the thing. It's like it's not only the people that work there; it's all the companies that do business with them.
Course,
like say they probably use like a lot of local companies. They might use even like local cleaners, accountants, like you say, stationery. Like the chain's massive.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's one of the good things that we always talk about on the podcast, that if you do business with a business based in Teesside, it's just not them you support and their families. It's all the other businesses they support. Like, rather than use like, when you use someone in Teesside, it supports so many local families, which is an amazing thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, have you guys got anything going on at the moment that you'd like to tell people about? You know,
always got something going on.
Yeah,
always got something going on. Yeah. I mean, what have we got going on at the moment?
Or any services or new stuff that you're moving into?
Yeah. I mean, we've just taken over this year a new vacuum division. So we're agents for a company called Amphitech, who build ADR vacuum trucks. That's going really well. So we have them in the rental fleet, but we also sell them. So this year we've sold 9.
All right.
So I mean, these things are 300 grand plus.
Yeah.
So to sell 9 in the first 8 months,
it's phenomenal.
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. So that's a new thing.
Yeah.
Moving forward, we just ordered a load of new high pressure water jet machines for the rental fleet. As I said before, I like to try and keep them fresh.
Yeah.
We just sold 3 or 4 of them to Singapore.
Yeah.
So all the old ones are going to go to Singapore.
Okay.
Which allows us to bring 10 new ones in.
Yeah.
So that'll freshen up the rental fleet. So they'll be with us probably January.
Great.
So that'll be exciting when we get them all in all the new ones, new Euro 4 final engines.
Yeah.
So apart from that, I mean, there's the ongoing day-to-day stuff.
Yeah.
So the hoses, the PPE, the parts, the service, which is the service is booming at the moment.
Is that becoming like a large part of your business?
It is, yeah. It's quickly becoming the biggest part, really. The rentals will always be right
well,
up
that's
there.
the core, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But we've taken 4 or 5 good contracts this year, which has allowed us to take 3 more engineers on.
Yeah. Which is phenomenal. Another 3 jobs for Teesside.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. Yeah, it is. Like I say, trying to move. So if we do move, that'll mean there's a possibility we might go 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because especially the contractors, they normally do all the work during the day.
Yeah.
They'll want the machine servicing either on the weekend or at night.
Yeah, because it's the only time they can do it, really.
That's right,
I suppose, yeah.
That's right. So that might be something new coming along. And then we're in the process of probably opening a new depot, probably over in, we haven't quite decided yet, either Liverpool, like Ellesmere Port, Runcorn area, or down in Immingham, which obviously is 2 big areas for the industry.
Yeah.
So that'll be another big step in trying to man that and get more machines over there.
But, it's great things that are happening.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
So when we get everybody to come on the podcast, we ask everybody the same 3 questions. You've had somebody prep you for the normally people don't know, and I spring it on them. Thankfully, you had Lana who's helped you out.
That's right.
So for anybody who doesn't know and you're watching for the first time, the 3 questions that we ask people are, firstly, what does your idea of success look like personally or for the business? Just purely because everybody's different. Some people have literally said, I want £1 million in my bank. Some people have said, I just want the biggest company possible. Other people have said, I just want to be able to, work 4 hours a day and spend the rest of my family. Everybody's different, so it's really good to hear everybody. The second question that we ask everybody is, and you've already talked about it a little bit, is what kind of setback or failure have you had in the past that's later led to you to move forward? And the third one is just one thing that you're obsessed about personally, which we've had everything from gadgets to TV shows to new stuff. Like, obviously, we talked about Dan Main. He was really he just bought some new drone equipment. He was dying to get home after being here so he could take it out and play with it.
I think he's still really excited about that.
Yeah. He generally just always is. So we'll start with the first one and work our way through. So, success. What does it kind of look like?
Success for me. Obviously, supporting the family. I owe a lot to the family, especially the wife who supported me, especially when we first started Doornbos. Looked after the kids while I was doing 16, 18-hour days, trying to get the business up and running and all over the country. So
long hours.
Apart from that, to keep the 16 people we've got in work. Is a big thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm responsible for 16 people, but
their families as well. A lot of people don't realise that.
If Doornbos didn't exist anymore, they'd probably go and find somewhere else, but it wouldn't be easy. To start with,
it's a stress in their lives they don't need.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think success for me is to keep them in work and to keep growing and do the best we can for Doornbos.
That's phenomenal. So one of the things that you've already kind of talked about is like setbacks that you've had in the past that have later led for you to be able to move forward.
Yeah, we mentioned it. Not looking big enough.
Yeah.
We back in 10 years ago, we should have looked bigger than what we were. We didn't see the potential of the company. It's not just me, but the whole Doornbos.
Yeah.
When I took over, it wasn't in a good place.
Yeah.
And I mean, we almost closed it.
Yeah. Good.
So to move in somewhere that was big enough at the time was all we needed.
Yeah.
But now looking back, we should have looked. And I mean, to move 5 times in 10 years is
a lot. You know,
extremely stressful as well.
Especially the size that you guys are. You know, just like the size of the premises. And
absolutely.
all you've got. It's like I can't even imagine the logistics of it.
Oh, it's
So okay, and the third one is one thing that you're obsessed about at the moment. Absolutely anything and everything.
Apart from work.
Yeah, apart from work.
Massive Borough fan.
Yep.
Massive Borough fan. Always have been.
Yep.
Season ticket number 254, something like that.
All right, so
we're going back to Ayrton Park days.
I was going to say, like, did you have a ticket back when it was?
Back in. So can't even remember my first game when I was small. Did a bit of golf.
Yep.
So captain of the golf club this year.
All right, okay.
So to go along with work and that is
got that as well.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So again, the family. Wife. So it's a lot, but the Borough's always
the top one in the top of the trip.
Yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Same for a lot of people in the area,
absolutely. Yeah, struggling a little bit at the moment.
Yep.
Even though we're right up there.
Yeah.
It's not the best at the moment.
It wouldn't be the Borough without.
It wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. No, I've been there. I've seen the highs and I've seen the.
Yeah.
The very lows. The very lows.
It's one of the unfortunate things.
Absolutely.
So if there's anybody listening who would like your services or your product, where's the best place for them to get?
All right. So you can get us on telephone.
Yep.
Obviously, 01642 566 360. You can get us on the email.
Yep.
Or you can go onto the Doornbos website. So www.doornbosequipment.co.uk.
Yeah, we'll make sure those are linked down below for you.
Absolutely perfect. Then obviously Lana does all the social media.
Yep.
So Twitter, Instagram,
yep.
LinkedIn, Facebook.
Yep.
The lot.
Brilliant.
Always on there. Lana's done a great job and gets us all over the place.
Fantastic. And that's how we came to be sat here.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely.
So, right, that's been episode 22 of the Teesside Business Podcast. Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate the invite.
Yeah. The Teesside Business Podcast is promoted and produced by Person at Person Marketing. Thanks very much for listening.